What's up guys, Super Namek here on my new channel, The Supreme Namek. It's definitely been a minute since I've made my last video. It's probably been a good 2 to 3 years. Missed it, happy to be back, happy to see you guys once again and be producing content. Not gonna spend too much time on the introductories and all that, that's for another video. But I felt that it would be appropriate to make my first video about my personal favorite character, who's obviously Piccolo, and a pretty easy, fun topic in his power during the Tournament of Power. Now, with Piccolo, the thing is that I think Piccolo is actually one of the easiest guys to scale, because we kind of get direct kind of references to where he is, unlike other characters like, you know, Android 18 and Krillin, and obviously Roshi. So you have to start off, first of all, eliminating the negatives. I think that a lot of people, when they approach this question of his power in the Tournament of Power, I think they approach it the wrong way. They tend to look at the Universe 6 Champa tournament and his fight against Frost, and also him breaking the barrier, Vados' barrier. Personally, I don't like that. I don't think that that's a very good, at least the best way to scale his power. Just because, first of all, him taking hits from Frost, in my opinion, means close to nothing. Because at this point, we see characters take hits from other people that they're not logically supposed to even take hits from. I mean, for example, Mai, technically, you could say, took a hit from Goku Black and survived it. Tenshin Han and Roshi both took hits from Tagoma, who's apparently Ultimate Gohan level. So that's not a very good, estimate. I mean, that doesn't really mean that you're in the same ballpark as a character if you're just taking hits from someone, or even blocking hits. And breaking Vados' barrier sure was impressive, but once again, there's no direct power scale on that. He just broke Vados' barrier, showing that, he's strong. That's a feat that base Goku, obviously we don't know if that was base Goku going all out, but, base Goku did not do that with his Kamehameha wave. So I guess you could say that's impressive, but what people should be looking at is the 3-on-3 tournament. Well, starting with the 3-on-3 tournament, because that's where we get a sense of how strong Gohan is at first. And the thing with the Tournament of Power arc is that Gohan's power and Piccolo's power are completely relative to one another. Not saying that they're the same strength, I mean that you can scale one off of the other to a degree. So first we start off with, obviously, Buu fought Basil and Gohan fought Lavender. Now, with the Trio of Dangers, they're all, with the exception of Bergamo, who's obviously the strongest one, but Basil and Lavender, I mean, it's kind of, you can assume that they're, not going to say they're the same, obviously, but they're somewhere in the same ballpark of one another, similar in strength. It's not like one is way stronger than the other. So Majin Buu obviously had a good fight against Basil, very entertaining, but he was pushed. It was a close fight. Basil had his moments. Buu obviously at the end defeated Basil, but it was definitely no cakewalk. And then we went straight into Gohan Lavender, and immediately it's implied that base Gohan is relative to Majin Buu, because base Gohan immediately starts going head to head with Lavender until obviously he gets poisoned. And then once Gohan somewhat regained his senses, not his vision, but he could sense Lavender, Super Saiyan, he went Super Saiyan obviously, and Super Saiyan Gohan completely mollywopped Lavender once he regained his senses. It wasn't even close. So I'm not going to use the 50 times multiplier BS in this case, because I don't even know if that still applies at this point of the story. I mean, Toriyama could have forgot, even though he hardly works in Super, we know that, but so I'm not going to say he's 50 times stronger than Buu, but all we can, really come to conclusion is that base Gohan is around the ballpark of Buu, and Super Saiyan Gohan just completely mollywops Lavender. And then we transition into the training with Piccolo, and this is what really threw me off guard. When they began training, Piccolo was leagues above, base Gohan and Super Saiyan Gohan. Super Saiyan Gohan couldn't even touch him. Gohan even went as far to go Super Saiyan 2, and Piccolo still just plowed through him, submitted him, choked him out in a matter of seconds. So Piccolo was significantly stronger than Gohan in all forms, in Super Saiyan Gohan and even Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, which implies to me, first and foremost, that he is leagues above Majin Buu, since obviously Super Saiyan Gohan is way, stronger than Buu and the Trio of Dangers, more specifically Lavender and Basil. So Piccolo at this point will be way past Majin Buu, which, off topic a little bit, but that implies, because I know this is a big topic in the community, Piccolo, has he surpassed Perfect Cell, Super Perfect Cell, Dabura? Yes, guys, it's not even a question anymore, it's not even close. He's way past any form of Cell, Dabura, and Majin Buu at this point. And then we look at the fights in the Tournament of Power. Now, by the time the Tournament of Power comes, I'd have to scale Piccolo to be around the same strength as base Gohan. Now, I will get to base Gohan strength later on, but first, my reasoning for this is pretty clear. The thing is that all of the fights they had in the Tournament of Power, and this is what kind of pissed me off as a fan, Piccolo fan, pretty much every Piccolo fight was a tag team with Gohan. He didn't really have his own one-on-one battles, but you look at the Saiyan Imperial fight, if you exclude Gohan going ultimate and, taking it 1-on-2 as he saved Piccolo at the very end, they were doing, it was pretty much the same the whole time. They were going 1-on-1, respectively with Saiyan Imperial, and it looked like the Namekians, the Universe 6 Namekians, had an edge over them the whole time. Same goes with the Sniper episode, as they were together. The Universe 10 fight, as, they finished off Universe 10 fighting Albany and Rubald, who were, I guess you can say, kind of implied to be the two strongest fighters of Universe 10. Base Gohan was struggling against Albany, then later on turned Ultimate, found out his whole gimmick, technique, and went on to defeat him. Piccolo easily defeated Rubald. Same goes for that Universe 4 episode, which was kind of stupid anyways, but everything points to show that Piccolo and base Gohan were of the same ballpark of power. One could be a bit stronger than the other. Personally, I think base Gohan would be a little stronger, but that's where Piccolo's general power is. And now, as we transition to base Gohan, I'd have to say base Gohan is as strong as the other base Saiyans at this point in the story. Base Vegeta, base Goku, and simple reasoning for that is when they were training, specifically that 2-on-2 fight, Tenshinhan and Goku against Piccolo and Gohan, Goku and Gohan were matched up exactly just evenly in base. So it looked to me as if Gohan at this point is just caught up to Goku's base. Form by form, meaning Gohan's base has caught up to Goku's base. And then obviously the fight went on. Goku went Super Saiyan, Gohan went Ultimate, but I'm not taking that into account. I'm not talking about Super Saiyan Goku or anything. I'm strictly talking about base Gohan and how Piccolo's power is relative to him. So that's my answer for you guys. So with Piccolo in the Tournament of Power, he'd be, and also take into account that Piccolo didn't get as much stronger as Gohan, but he probably did get a little stronger as well, since he trained as well with Gohan the last day or so, I guess, a few hours actually. So yeah, Piccolo by the Tournament of Power is around base Saiyan level, base Gohan level around. He's way above Buu, Cell, Dabura, or pretty much anything in Z, with the exception of maybe Super Saiyan Vegito. I don't know about Buhan. But yeah, that's where Piccolo is at this point. If you ask me about the rankings on the Universe 17, there's obviously the top 5 guys: Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Frieza, and 17, not in order. Then it's debatable between him and 18, because 18 is a tough one to scale. I may make a video on her later on, but she can be anywhere. There's some scenes where she was just, it was just kind of BS the way they managed 18, because some scenes, she sprains her ankle, she's struggling against that blonde wolf-like, I forgot his name, opponent that Krillin beat. And then other scenes, she's, you know, perfectly kind of symmetrical, I guess, with 17. So you can't really scale 18 exactly, but he'd have to be either 6th or 7th on the team. He's obviously stronger than the 3 humans. So it's a debate between him and 18. So yeah. And that's all. That's Piccolo for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, great to be back, and I'll see you guys down the road.